Good day, everyone. Before I got into the review, I thought I'd show you what's happening here with all the smoke from down in the States, Oregon and California. This is Sunday, September 13th at 8 o'clock in the morning, just after 8 in the morning. And this is what it looks like. We are socked in. You can't see very far at all. There should be sun in the sky at this time, but it is not very clear. So yeah, I feel bad for them down there, because look at us here. So, and here comes Gandalf the cat. Hi, Gandalf. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Canadian Edge. Today we're going to be looking at another Gerber knife. It is the Gerber Evo Jr. I got this knife not too long ago and it was on sale at Cabela's. Picked it up and thought I'd do a review on it. The blade is 2.75 inches. Closed it's 3.6 inches and open 6.35 inches. It's got a weight of 1.8 ounces. It's one of the lightest Gerber knives. It does have a big brother, the Evo, which a lot of people may be familiar with, and this is the smaller version, the Junior. The steel on it, it is a 7CR17 MOV with a titanium nitrate coating on it to help with corrosion resistance. And I don't know why, brand new, but the blade is really mucky. I have to clean that up. The handle, it is a skeletonized anodized aluminum. You can see it's got the holes in it there, and it's just a flat aluminum handle. It is a drop point blade, and this one is just the plain edge. You can get them with a half serration as well, but this one's just the plain edge. You can open them one of two ways. It does have the flip open or the thumb studs, ambidextrous thumb studs, so it can be opened ambidextrously. And unfortunately, I don't know if it's just me, but Gerber, I've had a lot of Gerber knives and the action is not very smooth on them. You have to work them. I have a couple that are really hard to open. This being a smaller knife, it's hard to open with the thumb stud, so I'm glad they do have the flip on it because it makes it a lot easier to open. It is a liner lock, and the flip also acts as a finger guard when you have it open so that your finger doesn't slide as much. The pocket clip is stainless steel. There are holes on this side, I think partially decoration, but maybe, I haven't tried it. Maybe you could flip the pocket clip over to that side if you were left-handed and decided to carry it that way. It is a deep carry as well, and so it would fit in your pocket quite nicely, and it does fit in the pocket quite nicely. It doesn't take up a lot of room. So it is a tip down deep carry, and it does have jimping on the back, but you know what, the blade is set down. I don't know if you can see that. The blade is actually set down below the liners there, the scales, so that you don't hardly even feel the jimping. You just barely catch it. So that's a thing Gerber needs to be more careful about, is their final fitting. as far as opening and closing, it is one of the better action Gerbers that I do have, although it's still nothing to write home about. And so yeah, that is the Evo Jr. It is a small knife, better for smaller hands. This will most likely end up going to one of my grandsons, and it'll be his knife. Good starter knife for somebody, and he would appreciate it. You could use this for an everyday carry knife. I think it's durable enough. The Gerbers that I do have held up really well, so I think this would be durable enough. You could use this for an everyday carry and do lots of stuff around the house and around the yard with that. I'm going to get Al out of the way. If you saw our last video, you'll remember Al. He behaves himself today, so he's not getting tangled up in things. And we're just going to do a little bit of a sharpness test and see how sharp this is. It's out of the package. I haven't done any work to it at all. Yeah, not exactly super sharp. It does cut paper, but it could do with a bit of sharpening. I don't know if... Oh gosh. Yeah, it does cut string, but... or the light rope. Well, it does cut through there. Try it again. But it does take a little bit of effort. So... you would want to sharpen that. Whoops. And anyone who's watched any of the videos who knows that I like to see if my knife can cut through a zip tie. But golly, that's going to be a little bit of work for this knife. Nope, I'm not even going to try because I'm going to end up doing something I regret. No, it does stick in wood. So we'll try one more piece of paracord. Well, it cut that fairly easy if you had to do stuff. It does have a bit of an edge on it. It's just not fantastic, so it should be sharpened a little bit. But as I say, this would be a great starter knife for grandson or granddaughter, and I think they would really enjoy it. I'm going to do my rating on it, and this rating is just my opinions. I give the aesthetics an 8. It's a nice looking knife. It kind of copies the CRK TM16 and that style of knife. So it's not like a real wow knife, but it is a nice looking knife. Opening and closing, I gave it a 7 just because it does take a bit of effort to open and close that. And I wish Gerber would fix that. If anybody from Gerber ever sees this, please fix that on your knives. I've actually had to return a knife that I wanted to do a review on because it just didn't open and close and not very well. So the handle, I'm going to give it a 7. Again, I have small to medium hands, and this is pretty small in my hand. For like my grandson, he'd probably find this very comfortable to hang on to, but not a super amount of grip on there. I guess these would help, but it could be a little grittier for my liking. And in the pocket, as I said, it is deep carry. It does fit in the pocket quite well, and no problems there. You don't really notice it in the pocket. It doesn't take up a lot of room. So sharpness, now I give it a 7. Could definitely use some sharpening, some work on the blade there. And weight, I like my knives a little bit heavier than that, so I gave it a 7. So overall, I'm going to give this, I guess, an 8 rating. It is a nice knife. It would be a good little everyday carry knife if you wanted just a small knife. Ladies, something in your purse. Doesn't take up a lot of room, and it'll do a lot of little jobs for you. I think I would have preferred maybe the serrated on here. It would cut through the zip ties and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, I'll give it an 8, be generous. And that is the Evo Jr. Gerber does make reliable knives, but they could fine-tune things. It definitely don't have the mechanics that some of the more expensive knives do, but then again, you don't pay the price either. I picked this up for, what was it, 19 bucks or something at Cabela's. So given the price, I understand. It's not a bad thing. So yeah, a nice little knife, and you got the Gerber logo on there, or Gerber name. They didn't put the logo on this one at all, but that is the Evo Jr. So if you like this video, or if you enjoyed the video, I pray or hope you would leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you've got a comment to make, please leave it below. Love to hear from you. And so until next time, when we do another knife in a few days, I will say goodbye and tell you to stay safe and stay sharp.